All right, Juan. Today we're going to be working on our full swing, and you've talked a little bit in your reviews about your full swing and some of your issues. If you would, just tell me, whenever you hit a shot, what's normally happening? What's your miss? Are you hitting it thin? Are you hitting it fat? Are you hitting it left? Are you hitting it right?
Well, I usually hit it right.
Right.
And fat.
And fat. Okay.
Oh, thin.
Thin shots?
Thin
Okay.
shots, yeah.
All right. All right. Sounds good. So what I want you to do is just go ahead and align with that stick there and just hit a couple shots. We're going to take a look at it and then we'll address kind of what's happening. Okay. Straighten that out just a tad bit. Okay, so we missed that one about 15 yards to the right, a little fade. All right, there's that thin one that you were talking about. All right, let's hit one more. Okay. So that was a little heavy. So there's that heavy one. So just stay right there for me. So something that I see right off the bat, there's some pre-swing things that I feel are causing some in-swing issues for you to kind of be a little off path. So right now what I see is at your address, going to that green flag and in line with that orange stick being your target line, you're aligned probably 40 yards left of the target with everything. Your shoulders, your feet, your hips, yeah. And we'll be able to look at that and see that on the camera. And which is going to, it's a little left and that right arm's kind of taken over. So I'm going to take a look at your grip on your left hand. And then I'm going to get you squared up and we're going to hit some shots. All right? So go ahead and pull a ball over there. Somewhere a little closer to this line so the camera can see it. So go ahead and set up like you're going to set up to that green flag. The green flag there. All right. So the face actually looks pretty good, like it's right at it. The shoulders are looking a lot better. Okay. Feet are to the right a little bit. All right. So let's square that up just a tad bit. There we go. Let's square that up. So that ball position, because we're now squaring up the shoulders, we're probably going to move that ball back just a little bit. All right. So go ahead and get your setup. Let me take a look at it from back. So let's close those shoulders up just a tad bit. There we go. That looks better. Now let's just swing straight back and straight through with that target line there. Okay. So we're still left, which you're a little bit left. You hit the ball straight, but still a little thin. Let's do it again. Let's get you set up again. That does look pretty good there. All right, now let's just take a smooth swing. Okay. So thin again. So this is just what I want you to get set up with. I want you to make sure everything is dead square at that target. Okay, let's just double check here. Just don't move from that position right there. Feet are perfect. Shoulders are a little left. So one thing we kind of discussed in previously to this is that ball position being too far forward. If that ball position is too far forward, then we're going to have to turn our body to set that club behind it. And what's that going to do to our shoulders? It's going to open. So maybe you feel like your ball is a little bit further back because it's actually a little bit too far forward for your stance. Okay. So go ahead and set up. All right, let's take a swing. That looks good. All right. Let's set up again. So that looks pretty good. Let's take a swing. All right. So right now, the setup is and everything is very consistent. I really want you to get that in your pre-swing routines where that's really how it feels. Now I'm going to go to a little bit of in-swing. All right. To where we're going to during the swing. So what I want you to do is just take a couple swings for me, hit a couple balls. All right, so what's happening right now and what we kind of talked about in the past is, so let's go ahead and get our setup. Let's set up to this golf ball. So now I want you to take that club to the top position and hold it. Okay? See how, and this is a lot less than what is happening during the swing when you hit the ball, but you're actually at the top of your swing, you're on that side of your body. Okay? So when you come down, everything's going to shift away from the target. It's kind of a reverse, a little bit of a reverse tilt. So what I want you to do is whenever you get here, I want you to be loaded back here to where we're pushing off and going towards the target. All right? So if you get up here and your legs dead straight, you're going to have all your weight on your front side. So when you force this down, it's going to swing you back. And those are going to be your fat shots, and they're going to be your thin shots because your weight's actually going away from the ball, right? So I want you to do 2 or 3 practice takeaways to where you get to the top and we're back loaded on this leg. Okay? That's better. That's more central. But what I want you to feel, so stay right there for me. I want you to feel just a little bit more strain on this glute and this hamstring. To where if you were going to throw 100 pounds we're here and you're about to swing in this direction. If your leg was locked and you were going to swing 100 pounds, that would really strain your body on your right side. So we want to embrace, you see how this is loaded and everything's ready to it's set? That's what we're looking for. So let's take it down and take it back up to that same spot. That's better. It's definitely a better spot. Let's do it one more time. Better. Now let's go back and let's just make a 70% swing. I want 100% of the motion, 70% of the speed, and just work on that position at the top. Who cares about where the ball goes right now? When it comes to, I'm just worried about contact, because we'll fix contact first and then we'll worry about direction. Was that contact about as good as it gets? Yeah, I mean that was great. That was great. That sounded very pure, and that all has to do with where your body is at contact. So if you're not making good contact and you go out to the golf course and you're hitting it fat, hitting it thin and everything, the first thing that I want you to think about is where your body is the word body. That's the first thing, because your body is out of position. Either your weight is too far back, too far forward, and we need to get balance. Okay, so after you go from swinging to and making bad contact, then you think body, and then you'll immediately make that good contact if you can make that body correction. Who cares if it goes left or right? As long as you're hitting it, you're going to be closer to your target. So really, that's what I want to work on just for a few minutes here, is go ahead and worry about that position at the top and being balanced. So that one, which we'll be able to see, you're a little bit more forward on that front side. So that one was thin, right? But better. So let's take a practice, take it to the top and hold it, and let's look at it. Okay. Feel like, so when this knee locks right here, I'm going to see this foot rise, because your weight's going to go to your heel and the outside of your foot. Okay, and that's not what we want, and that's whenever all that weight's shifting forward. So if we can keep this knee bent and really feel like the inside of our foot is pushing down to where if I'm going to make a quick athletic move this direction, I'm going to go from the inside of the foot. If I go from the outside of the foot, it's going to be very difficult for me to move that direction, and that's kind of what's happening during the golf swing. So that position, really get that leg in there to where it's loaded, and when we get to loaded, it's never the outside. So I don't want it to lock out. Okay.
Hit it?
Yeah, go ahead. Just make sure we're thinking about that loaded spot. Okay. So we still had some weight forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So just, I want you to take a practice swing to where, just take one practice swing to where you get here and you're loaded, and then we just practice through and we swing and shift our way. All right, and then I want you to go up to the ball and just try to reenact the same thing. And if you're not loaded in that practice swing and you're here, I'm going to stop you until we get it right. All right. So we still had that weight going. There we go. So let's start again real quick. Get to the top and hold it for me. That's great. So anything more than that, when we go up here, what's going to happen? Our weights. Okay. So when we come up, I want you to really feel to where we're not overdoing it, and that's just like that. I want you to feel bent here. That's a great spot right there. Let's just go to where just a little bit higher we can get. There we go. See how our weight's back right here instead of tilted back? We want it to stay right here. Really feel that. So take that club back down and try to get right back up to that spot. That's a whole lot better. Whole lot better. That looks very athletic. Now let's step up and try to get to that same spot and just come down and swing smooth. Okay. Let's do it again. So now that we have that, there's one other thing that I see that's kind of helping making you kind of get too far back. So let's go ahead and get set up. Go ahead and take that to the top and hold it. Okay, so that's a pretty decent spot. So we're here. When this right arm flies up, see how much weight is transferring back? Let's just be really relaxed where whenever we're able to pull down, we can pull down with both of these elbows. What you're kind of doing is loading this right arm up, and it's sending your weight over to that other side at the top. So really try to feel, just kind of like a tricep machine, when you're pulling down a bunch of weight, both your elbows are angled down, so where you can get that maximum strength, just like that. But if you're pulling down a lot